With me now is Washington Examiner reporter Kevin Mooney. Hey, dollface, how you doing?
Hi,
Kevin,
how are you?
Well, Kevin, I'm really actually quite excited because as I'm going to lay out later on in the hour, there's some things happening in this country that all of a sudden I see the resistance starting to come to the table. But before we do that, talk to me just a little bit here about, the great people at ACORN. Can you bring me up to speed on who these people are?
Well, it's a very elaborate organization that's put together in sort of a loosely confederated way. As you pointed out, they're under investigation for vote fraud in 14 different states now. The national organization, as your spokesman pointed out yesterday, identifies rogue elements as being involved. But if you look at the charges across the country, especially the charges that came out today, this is more systemic and institutional than they would like to acknowledge.
Right.
And you now have congressional testimony that's also calling their tax status into question. I mean, they're supposed to be a nonprofit organization that's not politically partisan, and they claim to be nonpartisan, but the evidence suggests otherwise. And you have people testifying under oath that this organization should be investigated for that.
I have to tell you something. ACORN, we all think we know what ACORN is, but there is so much more to this story. On Tomorrow, America, we're going to introduce you to a couple of people that I don't think anybody's really introduced you to before. They're part of the ACORN 8. We tried to get all 8 of them in, but because of scheduling and everything else, we couldn't. We got a couple of them in that are going to lay out a story for you. They were on the board at ACORN. They're all African Americans, and they say this is corrupt all the way start to finish. Wait until you hear the people who were there and are part of. They want nothing to do with ACORN, but are speaking out. Can you tell me, because here's something, Kevin, that I don't see anybody really talking about, is the link between ACORN and SEIU. This is the service union. These are the people that ACORN was protesting, driving people out to the AIG people. These are the brown shirts. Then the Service Workers Union, or the SEIU, these are the people that were protesting in front of AIG. They're henchmen. Are they tied together?
They are absolutely linked, and you can find this through disclosure forms that labor unions have to report, the LM2 disclosure forms. The Service Employees International Union and ACORN have exchanged funds back and forth, and as you may know, the SEI union has been leading the charge for the card check bill, the Employee Free Choice Act, which was reintroduced just earlier this year. So they are very much linked in with labor unions. In fact, the day after we published our story linking in ACORN with the Service Employees International Union, they actually took down from their website the member affiliation portion that identified SEIU.
Hold on just a second. Wasn't, what's his name, Wade Rathke? Right?
That's the founder of ACORN.
Founder of ACORN. He's now tied into the unions because didn't he leave ACORN because his brother embezzled $1 million as the CFO? And Wade, was he involved? Did he know about it, or what happened?
His brother Dale Rathke was the chief financial officer at the time, and he is being accused of embezzling close to $1 million. ACORN was going to bring suit, but they dropped it. Instead, now it's in restitution, and he's permitted to pay some of that back in the form of a loan. Wade Rathke apparently did not report that to the police and was removed from ACORN, at least according to their board minutes. But Wade Rathke is still active with the Service Employees International Union as their chief organizer, so he's not really separated from the group.
Right. Yeah. So he's not with ACORN, but he's with the union. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll talk again, and don't miss. Tomorrow, we've got more on this. Look, gang, let's just tell the truth. Let's play the cards face up on the table. Let's show you the stuff that nobody else, for some reason or another, maybe people are just smarter than I am, on the whole. You really shouldn't show all of this because they break kneecaps. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. But they don't seem really on the up and up.